Him shall God destroy.
See that? You slowly killing yourself.
Rap music got more control over the kids and the parents, the teachers, and the people. We tell people what clothes to wear, what cars to drive, what drugs to use. Man, we define cool.
God dwelleth in you. If any man defiles the temple of God, him shall God destroy.
See that? You slowly killing yourself. You slowly killing yourself. Said what? Hey, come on, let me holler at you, bro. Oh, this dude here. Sneak on the beat. You sober today right now? See? This is what happens. You understand what I'm saying? Let me show you something. Let me show you what the white man did. You believe in, how old are you?
44.
You 44? I'm 43, so we around the same age. We're in the same, we seen the same things. All right, come talk to me, bro. Come talk to me. Come talk to me. My name is Uzziah, man. I don't know if you remember talking to me before. Now, what we out here doing, you know what we doing out here? We out here teaching our people their real history, their true history, all right? You understand what I'm saying? We ain't Africans. You understand what I'm saying? We do come from the continent of Africa. So you had a lot of time to read. Did you read this book right here? You know it front to back?
6 chapters in the Bible.
Okay, what tribe you from in this book? Listen, we God's messengers. You got to pay attention to this, though. Give me that Micah chapter 2 and verse 7. I want to show you something. I want you to listen to me. Right. Yeah, you answered it. I ain't say you didn't answer it, but I want to tell you something. I answered the question. That's a fact. Yes, that's a fact what you said. Now watch this. Hold up.
Because he didn't expect the animal.
Man, watch this. Read.
The book of Malachi, chapter 2 and verse 7. For the priest's lips should keep knowledge.
So guess what? God expects his sons, right? These are God's priests. We are God's priests. We're supposed to have knowledge, right? Read.
And they should seek the law at his mouth.
So we're supposed to know God's law. If we're not speaking God's law, listen to me, Sneak. If we're not speaking God's law, guess what we not? Read.
For he is the messenger of the Lord of hosts.
You're not a messenger from God, so everybody's a messenger. But there's only one way you can tell if it's a messenger from God or not. And that's if they speaking God's law, statutes, and commandments. Now give me that in 2 Corinthians chapter 3 and verse 16. 2 Corinthians chapter 3 and verse 16. You know why I'm finna go to this? Because it's the laws of God that we're supposed to be out here teaching our people.
That's right.
After this, I want you to pay attention to this. Read this.
The book of 2 Corinthians, chapter 3 and verse 16.
Bring it out.
Nevertheless, when it shall turn to...
Bro, defile your temple, man. 3 and 16. Come on. 1 Corinthians 3 and 16.
Where do your commandments come from?
From God. Watch this, read.
The book of 1 Corinthians, chapter 3 and verse 16.
Bring it out.
Know ye not that ye are the temple of God?
See that? Your body is a temple. That's what God is saying. Your body is a temple, right? You ain't supposed to be putting no crack in it. Read.
That's right.
And that the Spirit of God dwelleth in you.
Read.
If any man defile the temple of God, him shall God destroy.
You see that? You slowly killing yourself, bro. You slowly killing yourself, trying to fire up crack. You understand what I'm saying? Read that again. 1 Corinthians. 1 Corinthians 3:16. Come on.
1 Corinthians 3:16. Know ye not that ye are the temple of God, and that the Spirit of God dwelleth in you?
How can the Spirit of God dwell in any black
don't pay attention to the
Spirit of any black man if he's firing up crack in the middle of St. Louis?
Hey, you sound like the police.
Read.
If any man defile the temple of God,
You hear what God said? If any man defile his temple by smoking crack, read,
him shall God destroy.
God said he's going to put you to death for that. Because that is a horrible example for the young men out here right now.
Right.
You understand? Give me that Titus chapter 2
Bring it out.
about being sober. This is the problem with our people. And this is why we out here. You understand? Because our people's minds are filthy. Our people's minds are destroyed. To think that it's okay to 17. Come on.
Leviticus 19:17. Thou shalt not hate thy brother in thine heart.
And that's what all you men over there in that gas station like showing this man right here. You showing that you hate him because you seen him do it, but you won't correct it. You won't say nothing about it. Read it again.
Thou shalt not hate thy brother in thine heart.
Don't hate your brother. Read.
Thou shalt in any wise rebuke thy neighbor.
The word rebuke means correct. If you got love for your people, if you got love for your brother, you ain't going to allow that man to just smoke crack in front of everybody. You're going to tell him what he's doing is wrong. You're not going to sell it to him. You're not going to supply him. Read.
And not suffer sin upon him.
Because you don't want him to die. You understand? How you just going to sit there and say you love your people and you watching him commit suicide slow? Read it again from the top.
Thou shalt not hate thy brother in thine heart.
And that's why God said we ain't supposed to hate each other. That's hatred. When you can sit back there and do drugs. You can watch your brother do drugs. You can watch your brother or sister do drugs. You can sell drugs to your brother or sister. That's not love for your people. And y'all be the same ones at the Black Lives Matter rally. That's who y'all be. Read on.
Thou shalt in any wise rebuke thy neighbor.
And that's why we out here. We out here to rebuke them, correct them, let them know what you doing is wrong. It's setting a horrible example, and that's why our communities are in a decayed state. Give me that in 1 Maccabees. 1 Maccabees chapter 3 and verse 43. That's why our community's downtrodden. Because men, so-called men, don't want to stand up and do something about it. You just want to ride by. You're going to ride by and walk past like it ain't nothing wrong. Come on, read.
1 Maccabees 3, verse 43. They said one to another, let us restore the decayed estate of our people.
That's the condition of our communities today. We're in a decayed state. We're in a low mindset right now. Why? Because we okay with our brothers just getting high in front of us, in front of women and children, and in front of kids. You okay with that? Give me that Deuteronomy. Deuteronomy chapter 28 and Isaiah chapter 51. Isaiah 51 to 20. That's what I want. Because we got a bunch of men over there. We got about 10, 11 grown men over there. You think God didn't prophesy this? Come on, read.
Isaiah chapter 51 and verse 20. Thy sons have fainted.
God said what?
Thy sons have fainted.
You see what God said? God said that his children, his sons, have lost consciousness. They don't know who they are. They don't know what they want to be. So guess what they doing? Read.
They lie at the head of all the street.
Where they at?
They lie at the head of all the street.
Y'all on the street corner. That's what God is saying. You at the head of all the street corners without a conscience. To where you can allow somebody to smoke crack in front of children. This is a gas station. There's children in the cars and everything. Ain't none of you grown men gonna say nothing about that. What's wrong? You know why you ain't saying it? Because you selling it to them. You selling it to them. Read.
As a wild bull in the net. They are full of the fury of the Lord.
Meaning, the Bible says full of fury, meaning you're full of God's judgment for disobedience. Give me that in Deuteronomy 28. Deuteronomy 28 and verse 28. For disobedience, God said your mind gonna be like this. Read.
Deuteronomy 28:28. The Lord shall smite thee with madness.
With what?
With madness.
God said he gonna plague your mind. That's why you think it's okay. You think that it's okay to sell drugs to your own people. Y'all don't never go sell none of that crap out there in Ladue. White folks ain't playing that. Clayton ain't finna allow you to do that. You would rather do it to your own people. You would rather do it to your own people. And then make up an excuse in your mouth talking about you gotta feed your family. You ain't got no family. Read.
And blindness and astonishment of heart.
And astonishment of heart. And that's why all of these people from other nations think it's okay to come and start opening up businesses because they can guarantee that you Negroes is going to patronize their businesses. They know for a fact you coming. That's why they ain't going to call the police on you. Because you ain't doing nothing but going according to their plan.
class. You helping them do it.
We will work with anybody and form coalition with anybody that has revolution on their mind. We might not be back. I might be in jail. I might be anywhere. But when I leave, you can remember I said with the last words on my lips that I am a revolutionary.
But 100 years later, the Negro still is not free. We want freedom by any means necessary. We want justice by any means necessary.
This is a revolution of God. This time that we're living in, the greatest time on earth, revolution. Spiritual and biblical revolution. All these lives will be shut down in the earth. I liberate. He's strong in the Lord. His life. His life. His life. His life. His life.
You can tell by my gait that I'm all in. You can tell by my faith that I'm all in.